Hello students, we will start with the next function after staffing. We have direction function. Let's see the introductory part of it. They are saying that it's a continuous function initiated at top level. Remember students, generally direction is given by higher authority people to middle level, then middle level people will instruct lower level organization people. It's a continuous, they are saying it's a continuous function. Once the work is done, again instructions will be given. So direction actually includes directing, guiding, giving some instructions to how to do that work if effectively and efficiently. Now they have given Heyman's definition. As usual, when the question will ask what is directing, explain the importance. First of all, we will write 3 to 4 lines of our introduction. Then it is followed by the definition. Definition should not be in your own words. It should be given by some management guru. Here they have given the Heyman definition. What it is? It is a technique utilizing in issuing instructions and making certain that operations are carried out as a plan. So let's see importance of directing. Initiates action. Directing is the function which supports to activate the plans with the help of employees. See, you have plan, you have organized everything, you have best staff with you, but you have to direct them, you have to tell them, you have to instruct them, you have to guide them, you have to motivate them, and for that you need direction. Once there is some person is there to direct them, then action will take place. Okay, so that's why it's saying that direction, because of direction it is possible to initiate the action. Now next, integrate means what? To bring it together. Efforts, communication is the one of the element of direction. How I'm going to direct as a manager, I'm going to direct you all? I have to communicate, I have to tell, I have to use some language to communicate you. It helps in integrating the efforts of all employees. And integrate means what? We have to bring it together, all the efforts. Integration of efforts is possible through effective leadership and effective communication. Have you ever noticed that even in cricket match team, we see there is proper direction is given by the uh, captain. Normally he gives some instruction, he takes some decision. As a leader, he has to take the decision as per the situation, he has to bring all together. So it's team efforts. So integration of efforts is possible through effective leadership and effective communication. Next, motivation. We have already discussed motivation means what? To motivate means to encourage someone. Okay, so you can encourage your employees through financial or non-financial incentives. In staffing, we have already discussed what is financial incentives and what is non-financial incentives. Let me tell you once again. See, financial means with the help of money you are encouraging, and sometimes you are encouraging without the help of money. Maybe writing it on a board, that or giving some awards, employee of the year, or giving some promotion. These are non financial, but sometimes we give financial incentives also. For example, bonus or increment in salary. Such things should be happen in the organization so that the subordinate, your employees, feel encouraged to do the work. So direction, while directing, as a leader you are directing someone, you have to motivate them also to carry out the work from them. Next, it provides stability. So stability plays significant role in the growth and survival of the organization. Effective leadership, communication, supervision, motivation develop cooperation and commitment among the employees. See, if your leader is well focused, he know what exactly he wants to do, then it will be good for the organization. There will be stability. If he is confused whether to take the decision, whether to guide, while guiding also he is confused, then it will be difficult to handle, to uh, tackle the situation. Next, coping up with the changes. You know, management business environment is full dynamic. We know dynamic means what? Continuously changes. So you have to be alert about the changes happening, taking place, and you have to adopt those changes, environmental changes. You cannot say that no, I don't know how to use the technology, so I'm not going to adopt it. The manager or the person who is guiding you, he should easily change himself with the changes. Okay, so adapting to the environmental changes is necessary for the growth of the organization. Student, here we have finished with the directing five. We have covered only 5 points. In my next lecture I will continue with next five importance. Thank you.